Evening exercise day 5. Forgive the projections you have placed upon yourself. A Course in Miracles teaches that what we project, we perceive. What we see inwardly determines what we see outside of our mind. This exercise will call out your ego's projections and shine light on them with a loving response. Take out your journal and list 5 ways you've projected fear onto yourself. Then, next to each fear, respond with love. For example, consider this fear and possible response. So this would be the fear: I will never find true happiness. So then you would write this as your loving response. This fear is not serving me. I forgive this fear and choose love instead. This exercise may seem uncomfortable at first, and that's normal and totally cool. Stepping outside your comfort zone is exactly what you need. Remember that this work is not about staying stuck. Instead, the work guides you to face your fears head on so that they can transform through your daily practice. Trust that your desire to forgive will unleash a presence of peace throughout your being. To disconnect from your faith in fear, the Course guides you to forgive everyone and everything, including your fear. When you forgive your fear, you acknowledge that it isn't real. Through forgiveness, you can perceive fear as a wrong choice. You have projected rather than believing it to be true. Forgiveness reminds us of our loving state. When we reconnect with love, we remember that fear is not real. This evening's practice will help you begin the process of forgiving the fear-based projections that you've placed upon yourself. Wrap your fears with love. Before you go to sleep, open your notebook and write a letter of forgiveness to yourself. In this letter, revisit all the fears that you've projected onto yourself. Look without judgment at what you've been projecting and perceiving to be real. When you open the letter, acknowledge the ego's fear, and use your affirmation from day 2. I am willing to see this differently. I am willing to see love. Let this affirmation reinstate your faith in love. As you continue writing, bring in more love. Reiterate your willingness to see love instead. By the end of the letter, begin to wrap your fears with love and compassion. In this conclusion, remind yourself that you've been doing the best that you can. Honour yourself for showing up for your happiness. Then close out with a final message of love. Self-forgiveness will be a huge part of your practice in the coming weeks, so stay open and willing to grow in this way.